Labs is a piece of shit company. Their products are ass. They don't warranty their equipment. Awful customer service. Don't buy this product. Okay, a lot to unpack here. There's almost no way to argue otherwise. Bambu's hardware is basically impeccable. But I do imagine some of the resentment in this comment possibly comes from the recent news on the firmware update that they plan on pushing. I am not an expert on this firmware update, but basically my understanding is that once this firmware update rolls out, you will be required to update to this version. Once you do update, you will not have the ability to roll back to previous versions. And on this update, you will no longer be able to have as open source of an experience as you once did, resulting in you essentially having to use Bambu Studios as your slicer, as well as not being able to tie into other third-party softwares. I'm sorry in advance because I know what I'm about to say is going to disappoint some people. But for users like me who already use Bambu Studio, who do not tie into any third-party software, and essentially just want a printer that it is an easy experience that is plug and play and print, I don't think it is going to be that detrimental. There have been talks about Bambu potentially using this as an opportunity to implement a subscription fee that you would have to pay to use their services. While that would be incredibly frustrating, and it's things that we saw companies like Oura Ring do recently, ultimately I do imagine that on the business side of Bambu Labs, they are smart enough to know that the fee for that service has to be low enough to make it feasible for us consumers. I would pay $10 a month all day to use my Bambu Labs printer before I am going back to printing on my Ender. With all that being said, and man is there so much more that could be said, I don't imagine that people like me are who are making the majority up of the Bambu Lab printer sales. I think it is the individuals who are buying 10, 20, 100 printers at a time and using them for their businesses. If I was one of those people, and many of you watching this video are, I would be pissed. I can absorb a $10 a month cost as a hobbyist. If you have 100 Bambu Lab printers and you're a small business, absorbing an extra $1,000 per month in printer fees is a pretty big expense to just have come hit you out of nowhere. Additionally, if we were to see Bambu Labs do things like require you to use Bambu filament, that could absolutely cripple a small business. Or even worse, maybe they pull an Apple and start to degrade the quality and service of your printers over time in an effort to try and push you to buy new ones. All of this stuff is of course hypothetical, but they're very real questions I would be asking myself if I was a business owner who had a fleet of Bambu Lab printers right now. I still think Bambu Labs are the best consumer machines on the market, and if I knew somebody who was looking to get into this hobby, it is still the brand that I would recommend to them. But with that said, it seems like it would be a good time for Bambu Labs to put out a statement on what the people who have spent tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy printers to support their business can expect in the coming months to years. Because otherwise, you're going to get people saying things like,